Oh my god.
Ugh.
Cameras have captured creatures from the forgotten corners of our world. Be it winged beings fluttering around or terrifying beasts lurking in the waters. These moments will make you think twice before calling these life forms myths. Let's begin.
But most of them are on the floor and have got massive holes in them.
Back in 2013, a man in the UK filmed his kids as they played outside. But the camera caught something no one expected. Near a tree, tiny wings glowed in the light, and a small figure moved into view. Its body looked almost human, but miniature in size. Just like a fairy from old folklore, the children screamed and ran, convinced they'd just seen a real one.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
The man wasn't sure, so he posted the video online asking if it could be an insect. But the details were too unusual, leaving people to wonder if fairies are more than just stories.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Feathered serpent. In Mexico, a lone camper's recording stunned locals. He was finding a place to set his camp when he looked up in the sky and saw a winged serpent-like creature. It appeared from behind a tree, flew upward, and then vanished. To outsiders, it looked like something otherworldly, but to Mexicans, it was instantly recognizable. They linked it to Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent god of ancient Aztec tradition. Known as both a symbol of wind and wisdom, Quetzalcoatl was believed to appear in two forms, the serpent and the winged deity. For many, this sighting wasn't just a strange video. It was a reminder of a powerful god whose presence shaped entire civilizations. Massive bird. In Alaska's wide skies, a strange shape was filmed soaring against the clouds. At first, it looked like any large bird, but the longer beak and wings, far larger than its body, quickly drew attention. The footage is brief, just a few seconds, yet powerful enough to gain attention worldwide. Scientists pointed out its eerie similarity to the pteranodon, a flying reptile believed to have disappeared millions of years ago. That suggestion made the clip even more unsettling. Was it a surviving relic of prehistory, or simply an undiscovered modern bird? The video ended without answers, leaving only the haunting idea that the skies may hold secrets older than humanity itself. Tower dragon. For centuries, dragons have existed only in myths and stories. But in 2018, something strange was recorded in Dallas, Texas. A man filming the skyline noticed an unusual figure resting on top of a radio tower. From afar, it looked massive, its wings folded tightly against its body. The camera shook as he tried to zoom in, and that's when the figure suddenly stretched out two enormous wings and lifted itself into the sky. The clip ended quickly, leaving no clue whether others on the busy street noticed the same thing. Was it a bird? A trick of distance? Or could a legendary creature have really been perched above the city? Return of Mothman. In 2018, deep in the Appalachian Mountains, a couple recorded something chilling. As they drove along a road, a shadowy humanoid figure with bat-like wings suddenly appeared near their car. The woman caught this brief moment before it vanished into the sky. To many, this was proof that the Mothman had returned. Was it just another shadow, or the same omen that once terrified a town? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Lake monster. For decades, lake monsters have surfaced around the world. In North America, one couple had their own chilling encounter while boating on Lake Champlain. Their camera, aimed at themselves, unexpectedly caught movement in the water behind them. A long neck rose above the surface before slowly dipping back under. Shocked, they turned, realizing something massive had just been nearby. They ended the trip immediately, saying they no longer felt safe. Viewers later compared it to the Loch Ness Monster. The Ogopogo. Every Great Lake has its own secrets, and in Canada, people talk about the Ogopogo, an ancient being said to dwell in Okanagan's waters. Locals describe it as part serpent, part beast, surfacing only for the unlucky few. But this fisherman's footage showed it in reality. It showed a head that looked like a mix between a horse and a goat. The rest of its body remained hidden in the water, but its head alone was enough to unsettle even skeptics. Viewers said it was just a croc, while locals were sure about what they saw. Red Lake Terror. Tiwu Atapolo, the Lake of Souls, has long terrified locals in Indonesia, believed to hold the spirits of people who committed evil deeds in the past. In 2022, one adventurer dared to explore it and caught an unbelievable sight. His footage showed a pale, distorted face rising above the water, its body hidden below. The figure slowly turned toward him, then began moving closer. The video cut abruptly there. Authorities later stated that the man never returned, only his camera was recovered. Many believe he became yet another soul bound to the cursed waters of Tiwu Atapolo. White Phoenix. High up in the mountains, a hiker noticed movement on a rocky slope below. As he focused, he saw a white figure with wings that flew in front of him. To his disbelief, another similar figure was already there in the sky. The man stood frozen, unable to process what he was seeing. Two bird-like beings unlike anything he had known. People who saw the video called them white phoenixes, creatures said to bring rare signs or omens. Real or not, the sight was unlike anything caught before. Struggling in sky. We all have heard about flying beasts, creatures that soar between worlds, often feared as omens. But what happens when such a figure shows up in modern skies? This clip, recorded in a town, left viewers stunned. The footage showed a massive creature with wings spread wide, a stiff tail trailing behind. It had a reptilian face resembling a lizard. It drifted lower and lower, almost brushing the ground, before the video abruptly ended. Some experts compared it to Asia's gliding lizards, often nicknamed flying dragons. Yet this was far too large to dismiss so easily. If myths aren't real, then what was caught in that sky? What do you guys say? Share your thoughts in the comments. Church sighting. For centuries, churches have been surrounded by legends, stories of winged guardians said to keep evil at bay. Some believe these figures aren't just carved stone, but watchers that sometimes move among us. One priest claimed he saw proof of that. While walking past his church, he noticed something on the dome, a humanoid figure with enormous wings. Then it moved toward the top of the dome, stayed for a few seconds before flying and disappearing into the sky. The video was blurry, with its face unclear, but the priest swore it was a gargoyle brought to life. One of these ancient protectors might have finally revealed itself. Real facehugger. Horror fans know the facehugger from movies, a creature that clings and terrifies. But what if something similar appeared in real life? A man filming in his garden placed a tiny, spider-like being on his fingertip. The creature had 8 thin legs and a long, trailing tail. It looked eerily identical to the fictional Parasite, but this one was real. The clip spread fast, with folks convinced it was an insect mutation, while believers insisted no bug looks like that. It might be a new species, or something nature never intended us to see. Beach discovery. On a beach in Indonesia, a cleaning crew stumbled across something that didn't belong in the world we know. Lying in the sand was a strange, mummified body, humanoid in shape, with a long tail, stretched wings, and 2 sharp horns rising from its head. The man holding it turned it over, trying to identify it, but he had never seen anything like it. Eventually, the figure was taken by authorities for examination, but no information was ever shared with the public. Online, the debate started about whether it was an ancient preserved creature or something not of this earth that washed ashore. A living dinosaur?
Yeah, if you hold out your hand, okay. Do a little bit of a sniff. What do you think, Dolores?
Dinosaurs may have vanished millions of years ago, but this unsettling clip showed the impossible. This man was holding what appeared to be a small dinosaur, alive and wriggling in his hands. The people around laughed and filmed, treating it like a rare pet, but others watching online felt a chill. Could this really be evidence of secret experiments? Rumors spread fast, accusing hidden labs and even Disney of cloning and concealing such creatures from the public, whether it was a clever fabrication or something authorities never meant us to see. The video blurred the line between science fiction and a reality we may not be ready for.
Dolores?
Winged creature. In 2023, an explorer hiking through the Arizona woods stumbled upon something bizarre. It looked like a tiny humanoid with delicate, leaf-like wings. He placed it on a flat surface, trying to make sense of it, but his camera was shaking, so he could barely record it. When he uploaded the video, comments flooded in. Some were certain it was a fairy, others said it was just an insect, maybe a grasshopper, but the man himself remained convinced. He believed he had found proof that stories of winged beings living among us weren't just legends. Unknown being. Some videos are so strange, they defy even basic logic. One clip gaining worldwide attention showed a creature unlike anything we've ever seen. Its lower body resembled a spider, complete with thin, jointed legs, while massive butterfly wings were on its back. But the most chilling part was its upper body, which looked like a human skeleton. The creature hung motionless in the air, suspended by a web, as if frozen in time. Was it a failed lab experiment, a hybrid nightmare, or something not from this world? You decide. Forest fairy. Deep inside a forest in Mexico, a shaky video captured something straight out of mythology. A tiny, winged figure appeared near a bench, flying in an almost chaotic way. It flew under the bench for a few seconds, and then vanished into the trees. The man tried to find it, but never saw it again. He posted the clip online, claiming that he caught a duende, a regional version of the fairy. Skeptics dismissed it as editing tricks, or maybe just an insect caught in odd light. But many locals believed his claim. What do you think about it? Comment below. China encounter. Unicorn believers exist in nearly every culture, yet most people dismiss them as pure myth. But deep in the woods of China, a shaky video was captured that might make you a believer. An explorer, trembling with disbelief, captured a white horse-like figure with a single horn rising from its head. The moment felt unreal. China is no stranger to mysterious sightings, but this one fueled endless debates online. Was it a trick of light, a staged hoax, or proof that unicorns still walk in hidden corners of our world? The footage left more questions than answers, and viewers couldn't look away. Shore skeleton. On the Mexican coast, a startling discovery left experts divided. A small skeleton, barely a meter long, was uncovered, complete with a scaly tail, a humanoid torso, and hands shaped like ours. Its unsettling features led many to call it the remains of a mermaid. Scientists tested the bones and confirmed they once belonged to a living being, but couldn't identify the species. The story grew stranger when some researchers compared it to the infamous Fiji mermaid, a mysterious creature once displayed in sideshows. Others even claimed it could be the remains of a mermaid child. Hoax or hidden truth, the skeleton still fuels debates today. Field watcher. Power lines are often linked with unexplained sightings, and this one adds to the list. A driver passing through farmland spotted something unusual in the field. A tall, thin figure was standing completely still, looking up toward the wires above. It had long arms, no clear face, and pointed ears. He did not stop to see, and kept driving. Later, when he shared the footage online, locals said this wasn't the first time something like this was seen near those lines. Nobody knows what it was, or why it was there. Zombie spider. This short clip online had people both confused and scared. It showed a spider crawling on a wooden surface, but its legs looked thin and needle-like, moving in a strange way. Many viewers called it a zombie spider, saying it didn't look normal at all. Later, some experts explained it might be a spider affected by a fungal infection, which changes how it looks and moves. Whether natural or not, the sight gave people chills, making them think twice about what could be crawling around unseen. Etna sighting. A mysterious video surfaced online, reportedly filmed near Mount Etna in Sicily. The grainy clip appeared to show a centaur, a mix of man and horse, moving across the snowy landscape. For a moment, it looked like mythology had stepped into the real world. Yet upon closer analysis, the poor quality and extremely short moment led critics to label it computer trickery. Still, the fascination remained. After all, myths of centaurs stretch back to ancient Greece, where their wild and untamed nature was feared and respected. It could be that the video was edited, yet still inspired by something real, once seen long ago. Alien snake? In 2021, a strange clip from Malaysia went viral, leaving viewers scratching their heads. It showed a slimy, elongated creature slithering along a tree trunk, its head shaped eerily like something alien. Locals called it an alien snake, spreading rumors of creatures falling from the skies or crawling from hidden places. But experts later stepped in, explaining it was actually a hammerhead slug, a bizarre yet real species that can extend and flatten its head in strange ways. Still, for those who saw the video before the explanation, the uncanny movements were enough to believe they had just witnessed something extraterrestrial. Strange display. At the Constanța port in Romania, museum visitors kept talking about a strange display, and a local vlogger filmed her visit, watching the figure in disbelief. It looked exactly like a mermaid, preserved in solid form. According to the museum officials, this was no hoax. They claim such beings truly lived in their waters, but skeptics online dismissed it as an elaborate fabrication. Whether authentic or not, it made people wonder if mermaids are real. Coop creature. It began as a normal evening on a farm until something darted out of a chicken coop. The witness's shaky camera caught a small, four-legged figure racing along the fence line. At first glance, it resembled a miniature horse, but its movements were far too quick and unusual. The woman chased after it, trying to keep it in frame, but the creature vanished into the thick brush. Even when the footage was slowed down, its features stayed unclear, just a blur of something unexplainable. To this day, people argue whether it was an unknown species, a genetic oddity, or something that simply shouldn't exist in a chicken coop. Lakeside beast. Shapeshifters and strange beasts are expected to be seen in Brazil, but this lakeside encounter left people unsettled. A man recorded a dark, furry figure sitting on a surface. It had pointy ears, a strange face unlike any known animal, and when it noticed him, it growled, revealing sharp, fang-like teeth. Then, it lay on the ground. Locals argued it resembled a sagui monkey, or maybe a kinkajou, but many disagreed, pointing out its unusual size and eerie features. With no certain explanation, its real identity remained unknown. Vanishing figure. A cyclist recording his journey caught a fleeting moment that still haunts him. Out of nowhere, a figure leapt from a wall across his path and vanished within a split second. He thought it was an animal, but when he reviewed the footage in a slow version, it revealed something else. The figure was humanoid, gray, and unnervingly fast. Skeptics said it was just a trick of the light, but the guy believed that it was an alien or cryptid avoiding being seen. Whatever it was, the chilling moment turned an ordinary ride into an unexplained mystery. Lake creature. Indonesia is full of weird things, but in a lake, locals reported something that drew researchers into the dark. Their footage showed a strange figure lying on a surface after being pulled from the water. Its body looked humanoid, but its tail looked like a fishtail. The face was hard to make out in the poor light, but the movement of the tail revealed that it needed help. Witnesses believed it was a mermaid, and the team took it away for study, but no statement was ever released. Its identity remained hidden behind the doors. Living mass. Strange things often wash up on shores, but this one left people speechless. A beachgoer spotted a small, dark, slimy mass on the sand. It was moving and changing its shape like it did not have any bones. There was a spider near it, and the slimy creature was trying to take it inside. Within seconds, the spider finally disappeared inside the mass as if swallowed whole. Some claimed it could be a sea hare or some other sea creature, but the way it moved made many question if it was something else entirely. Riverside mystery. Nature hides more secrets than we'll ever know, and sometimes a camera catches just enough to keep us questioning. A short clip taken by a Riverside showed a strange peach-colored creature slithering through the grass. Its skin looked unnervingly smooth with a flat tail. There were no visible facial features that made it even more weird. The clip was very short, but enough for people to talk about it. Some viewers said it could be a mutated salamander, maybe even the rare Chinese giant salamander. Others weren't so sure, saying no known species looked quite like this. For now, it remains one of those unexplained creatures in nature we can't categorize. Unknown hybrid. Not every strange sighting comes from deep forests. Sometimes it happens in the most ordinary places. A group of friends walking near a roadside came across something that left them speechless. Walking on the ground was a small creature with a dog-like body, yet its face resembled a lion's. It struggled to climb a slope, moving clumsily as if it didn't belong there. Onlookers joked that it was a lion cub or a pet gone wrong, while folks compared it to the Sigbin, a creature from Philippine legend. But no one could confidently explain what they had seen, leaving it an odd and unsettling mystery. Dark entity. Indonesia is home to some of the world's strangest sightings, and this next clip just added to the list. Two campers who were exploring the woods saw this dark figure moving toward them on all fours. Its body was hard to make out, but long ears and a tail could be seen. Terrified, one of them threw a stone near it, and the creature bolted into the trees. To this day, they believe they saw something beyond explanation. A cryptid? A hybrid beast? Or just the forest reminding them that not every shadow belongs to an animal? Eerie entity. Night walks can feel peaceful until something unexpected crosses your path. In Colorado, a woman's late stroll turned terrifying when she returned to her home. Just above her stairs, she spotted a bizarre creature sitting. It had the face of a rat, the body of a goat, and long arms scratching at the ground as if searching for food. The woman froze, then bolted into her house, later posting the clip online. Some called it a hybrid, or a result of some failed experiment. Others linked it to the legend of the chupacabra. But after that sight, she never walked alone at night again.
You guys know what the chupacabra is? That's what that looks like.
Mysterious figure. Egypt has always been linked with mysteries beyond our world. Some even say its ancient monuments hold ties to extraterrestrials. In 2005, a tourist exploring a cave captured footage that added fuel to those beliefs. At the cave's entrance, a figure stood completely still. From the body shape, it resembled a human, but its head was that of an owl, with wooden brown skin that looked almost otherworldly. Suddenly, it turned its head sharply, as if guarding something hidden deep inside. When the clip resurfaced online years later, it drew the attention of viewers worldwide. They believe that it could be connected to the same otherworldly presence that many believe influenced Egypt thousands of years ago. Haunting apparition. In 2024, a tourist filmed something that deepened the legend. A gray figure stood half submerged in the water. Its eerie face was all white. As he zoomed in, sharp ears and a sinister smile came into view before the figure drifted behind a boat and disappeared. It looked like a spirit still clinging to the ruins below. The haunted lake's reputation only grew darker after this sighting. Unknown mutation. Chernobyl's incident in 1986 left behind not just ruins, but endless mysteries. For decades, people have talked about strange creatures roaming the exclusion zone. One chilling video showed exactly that. In the middle of a snowy field, something crawled into view. Its body resembled a wolf, but the movements were distorted, unnatural, as if reshaped by radiation itself. The man filming could barely keep his hands steady, convinced he had captured proof of a mutation born from the fallout. This might be the lingering effect of one of history's darkest incidents, or he stumbled on an entirely new species never meant to be seen. Roadside sighting.
Check this out! I'm doing one hand! Only one hand, check this.
Driving down a road in India, a couple never expected their day to start in terror. They saw a pale, thin humanoid that appeared outside the car window. It had hair like long threads and arms that moved erratically. The entity was holding a stick while keeping pace with the moving car. The video went viral, with some calling it evidence of a supernatural being. Yet locals gave a simpler explanation: a rare Indian stick insect mistaken for something otherworldly. Whether insect or entity, the figure's haunting presence was impossible to forget.
To the right! Check this out, baby! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about!
Mermaid of Mexico. From myths to museums, mermaids have always crossed the line between fantasy and reality. But this clip from Mexico left people talking. In the footage, an aquatic figure swam with a human-like upper body and a long, scaled tail before slipping beneath the waves. Online, viewers were divided. Some saw it as undeniable proof, while others dismissed it as nothing more than clever editing. Yet the way the figure moved through the water left many convinced this was no ordinary hoax. And with no certain answer, it remained a mystery. Furry visitor. In China, a man returned to his parked car and noticed he wasn't alone. Right beside the vehicle, a strange creature was moving around. It stood upright on two legs, its body covered in dark fur, with a thick tail swaying behind it. The short clip only caught its back before it walked away, leaving its face completely unseen. The man shared the video online, where people gave many theories ranging from a wolf to a mutated bear. But no one knows whether it was an unknown animal or something more mysterious. Unexpected sight. Strange things have been reported in Arizona's wild areas for years, and it continued when an adventurer captured something odd while walking through the road near the woods. At first, he thought it was just a dog standing in the middle of the road, but as he zoomed in, it didn't look like any dog. Its face looked more like a kangaroo, with horns on its head. Before he could get closer, the video ended. It might be a rare breed of dog, but the man claimed that he caught a chupacabra. Whatever it was, the clip left people unsettled and unsure. Alaskan entity. American farmers have always feared a creature, the chupacabra, which was first reported in Puerto Rico in the 1990s. But in 2022, a strange video from Alaska brought those old stories. An explorer in the woods noticed something crawling on all fours. Its thin limbs moved awkwardly, and its face had an odd resemblance to a kangaroo. The figure walked back and forth before suddenly running away, as if aware it was being watched. Some dismissed it as a mangy animal, but others weren't so sure. The resemblance to the legendary goatsucker was unsettling, and people still talk about it. Cave giant. Deep in Mexico, rumors of giants have circulated for centuries. A blurry video from a cave added fuel to those stories. It showed a massive figure standing at the entrance of a cave. The video was blurry, but the outline of a huge humanoid shape could be seen clearly. It stayed there for a few minutes, unmoving, before retreating back into the cave. No one knows who first filmed the clip or what became of the cave afterward. Was it an illusion of distance, a hiker caught on film, or evidence of something colossal guarding the mountains? I'll leave this to you guys to decide. Tree figure.
What is that? Like a nest? Looks like a shoe. I don't know. I'm not convinced that that's not like a person.
Forests are said to have eerie shadows that play tricks on the eyes. But one woman in Mexico claims she saw something more than just shadows. While walking past a tree, she noticed a twisted figure clinging to its trunk. At first, it looked like a human carved from wood, but the longer she stared, the stranger it became. The limbs looked rigid, almost petrified, while its head leaned awkwardly to one side. Locals who saw the footage couldn't agree. Some said it was just a weathered carving, while others talked about petrified bodies from old curses. Whether natural or unnatural, the figure left viewers uneasy, as though the forest itself had secrets frozen in plain sight. Storm shadow. It was raining in Mexico in 2022 when someone recorded an eerie sight. On top of a nearby building stood a tall, shadowy figure. Its body looked human, but it was far too tall and thin to be a normal person. Locals who saw the video connected it to an older sighting in the nearby area years ago. They saw a similar dark, shadowy figure with extended ears. Strangely, it was also standing on top of a building. No one could give any logical explanation for these sightings. And with no further information, we do not know if these were two different figures or the same. The mystery of these shadowy figures remained hidden. It's time for today's open discussion. Fairies are often painted as delicate and enchanting, but this video from Germany showed something far less comforting. Filmed in 2018, the clip revealed a strange figure placed on a white cloth. It had a thin humanoid body with fragile butterfly wings, but its head didn't match. It resembled an alien more than a fairy. The being barely moved, but then moved one limb before going still again, as if observing in silence. Viewers were divided. Some were certain it was a fairy caught on camera, while others believed it to be a strange hybrid creature. Whatever it was, the eerie stillness made it unforgettable. What do guys believe? Let me know in the comments.